Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Imagine scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m., heart racing from notifications, comparing your life to perfectly filtered strangers, while also worrying about climate change, student debt, and whether your job will even exist in 5 years. That's not just a random night. That's life inside the mind of a Gen Zer. Born between the late 90s and early 2010s, Generation Z grew up with the entire world in their pocket. And today, we're diving deep into what's actually happening inside their heads. If you're a parent, a boss, a teacher, or even a fellow Gen Zer trying to understand yourself better, stick around. This one might just blow your mind. Let's start with the most obvious. They are the first true digital natives. While millennials saw the internet arrive, Gen Z never knew a world without it. Their brains have literally been wired differently. Constant dopamine hits from likes, comments, and TikTok scrolls have shortened attention spans dramatically. But it's not just about focus. It's created a hyper-aware generation that processes information at lightning speed but struggles with boredom and deep, uninterrupted thinking. This constant connectivity comes with a heavy price. Gen Z reports the highest levels of anxiety and depression of any generation. Why? Social comparison on steroids. Every day they see curated highlight reels of everyone else's best moments. FOMO isn't just a feeling, it's a psychological state they live in. Add in global events like pandemics, economic crashes, school shootings, and climate anxiety, and you get a generation that feels both incredibly empowered and deeply overwhelmed at the same time. But here's what makes them fascinating. Gen Z is also incredibly self-aware. They talk openly about therapy, mental health days, and setting boundaries. Things previous generations often suffered through in silence. They've normalized vulnerability, and that's actually a strength. Their brains are tuned for authenticity. They can smell corporate BS or fake influencers from a mile away. If a brand or a person isn't real, they're out. This brings us to their core values. In their minds, the world isn't just broken, it's fixable. They care deeply about social justice, climate change, diversity, and mental health. This isn't performative for most of them. It's wired into how they see their purpose. They want work that means something. They'd rather make less money and have more time, flexibility, and impact. The traditional 9-to-5 grind? Many of them see it as a trap. They're also pragmatic realists. Having watched their parents struggle through recessions and unstable job markets, Gen Z is financially cautious. They're side hustling, investing young, and building multiple income streams. Their entrepreneurial spirit is off the charts, but not out of greed, out of survival and freedom. Now here's something deeper. Gen Z's minds are constantly holding two opposite truths: radical optimism about changing the world and quiet exhaustion from trying to survive it. They crave community but feel lonelier than ever. They want deep connections yet communicate mostly through memes and short videos. They're redefining success on their own terms, not by money or status, but by mental peace, experiences, and making a difference. So what does all this mean for the rest of us? If you're trying to connect with Gen Z, whether as a manager, marketer, teacher, or parent, understand this. They don't want perfection. They want honesty. They don't want empty promises. They want action. Give them purpose, flexibility, and respect for their lived experience, and they'll move mountains. Generation Z isn't lazy. They're not entitled. They're navigating a world that previous generations couldn't even imagine, with tools that both empower and damage them simultaneously. Their minds are a beautiful, complicated mix of anxiety, hope, cynicism, and determination. The next time you see a Gen Zer glued to their phone or setting a boundary at work, remember, there's an entire universe happening inside that head. A universe shaped by algorithms, global crises, and an unshakable belief that things can and must get better. What do you think? Are you Gen Z? Drop your experience in the comments. If you're from another generation, tell me what surprised you most about this. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're diving deeper into human psychology every single week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.